And at the time of this recording, some more stuff has come out. A trailer from the Game Awards, which only has bare minimal footage. We'll talk about that at the end because it's not that much. But what we have here is an actual clip from the movie where Mario's introduced to the Mushroom Kingdom. And at the time I'm also recording this, I'm no longer feeling fatigued on video making. I had enough time off, so yeah, I'll drop the asshole jokes here. So there you go. I've gone from grumpy earlier on into these into feeling, I guess better, whatever. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about was the music that came up in this, because when we saw the Toads getting the coins, which I don't get that. Are they just entitled to free money? Is that like a ATM they withdraw? I may have said this last time, but I don't get it. What is that? Are they just, is this endless coins? I want to know. I just really want to know. But during this moment, we heard the music for the Toad House from Super Mario Bros. 3. That was pretty cool. And as we went on in the footage, we heard a bit of a medley of the overworlds from 3 of the Mario games. The main one from Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2, The Lost Levels. And we also heard a bit of the Mario 64 overworld theme. And then, in the end, I heard the Super Mario Bros. 4 / Super Mario World overworld theme. And it was really delightful to hear how they were composed. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed since that's already more music from the games than the Sonic movies had.
Well, to give what this movie's trying to do, it's trying to give more of a feel of the games, which admittedly the Deep cartoons also did. Well, the 3 and World did more so than I feel. I mean, Super Show did have feel for the games now and then, but it kind of did more adaptation stuff, whereas 3 and World actually felt more based on the games.
Yeah, since it's fully animated, there's more freedom there.
Yeah, with Sonic, they decided to go in the live-action direction, which works. It worked. And honestly, considering what we've seen in some of the games like, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Adventure 1 as well. And I hate to say this, but... Well, actually, Sonic Unleashed, that's another good example. There were humans there. But to give a better example, unfortunately, Sonic 06, which, as I've said before, the movies are essentially doing What If Sonic Was Real right? Which I think Yuji Naka asked, which, by the way, since he's now been arrested twice, and I've been finding out about him... Kind of glad he's not Sega anymore. So, I guess there you go.
Yeah, I feel disappointed. I feel very disappointed at him.
It just seems like he's more of a remorseless asshole than anything, and he doesn't really care about his actions. I mean, yeah, I've been an asshole before too, and I can be an asshole. And not counting the videos, because I was just doing that for entertainment, but, I mean, realistically, I can be one. But after I've had time to calm down, I tend to feel bad about what I've done.
Yeah.
But Naka does not seem to be the same way.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
I don't think he can come back from this.
And the way what stuff I've heard about him during the production of Sonic Extreme was kind of the first clue.
Yeah,
this.
The whole Knight's Engine thing and everything, I remember that. Well, there you go. We added something else Sonic into this, and I'll leave this one in, because it's recent events, it's interesting trivia, and it's a contrast on why this movie's different, so it works. But yeah, I mean, everything we've seen from the trailer and even this footage, it's clear it's trying to really be the games. It's doing this so much more than the live-action movie did. And we had Toad, to try to get everyone out of the way, say, this guy's brother is going to die. But they said, oh no, I'm just getting people out of the way. He'll be fine. I'm like, oh god, well, yeah, and we'll discuss that in a little while. And moving forward, something I noticed upon a few rewatches of this, you can see the Crazy Cap store from Mario Odyssey. That is incredibly cool that they included that.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah, and Odyssey was a fantastic game. I need to play it again.
Yeah, me too. It's awesome. Excellent.
I love the attention to detail here.
Yeah, and here Toad calls out to Toadie called Chantrell, who, interestingly enough, and I found this out thanks to looking at this trending on Twitter, it was actually the pop diva Toad from Paper Mario for the N64, who sang at Club 64.
Wow.
And I get a feeling, since we're seeing a bit of a musical poster there with Toad, a blue Toad, and Toadette, I wonder if we'll actually see a Toadette in this, physically, not just in a poster. I think putting the Chantrell Toad there may further make that a reference. And if that was intentional, I gotta say it's pretty cool.
It sure is.
And then we see a Toad carrying a Cheep Cheep in a bag, and that Cheep Cheep's like, "Yeah, I don't like you." Maybe it's that Cheep Cheep who escaped later and was trying to jump at Mario on the bridge, going like, "Yeah, I'm sucking the life out of you."
I love how details like this kind of add life to the Mario world.
Yeah, they're really putting in a lot of effort, and considering this is Illumination, their stuff has been questionable before, but I do like definitely what they're doing here, and I don't know if this is going to be anything amazing, but I'm still hoping it'll be good.
Me too.
Me too.
And then we see an antique store, which has a lot of things that I've mentioned before in the first react we did with the poster, and I see a dragon coin there. And this Toad's being told to blow into something. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of something like that from Mario is the warp whistle from Mario 3. Which is also based on the warp whistle from Legend of Zelda. Same tune, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we also see a lot of we see the platforms that they debuted in the first Super Mario Brothers. It's nice to see those kind of have a major transportation purpose in this world. And Mario just trying to keep up, scurrying up one and hanging for dear life on one. His face there, I love it. And I love that Mario just mentions, okay, so these bricks are just floating here.
I agree.
Just, yeah, let's actually bring that up. And Mario seems happy at the pipe, but that just sucks him in, and he's like, I thought he was a plumber. Isn't he supposed to be the master of pipes? And yet he cannot do well at a warp pipe. And I do love that we have the clear pipes that were in Super Mario 3D World.
Me too.
Yeah.
So that's another nice reference.
Okay, yeah. Say, did they appear in 3D Land or 3D World?
I said 3D World.
Okay.
Yeah, I know specifically they were in 3D World. I don't actually own 3D Land, so I can't comment on that, but from the footage I've seen of 3D Land before, I do not recall seeing clear pipes. But I have constantly seen clear pipes in 3D World.
Oh, okay then.
And we end at Peach's castle, which, okay, that's cool, and I like how the castle looks. And I'm just gonna say, Keegan-Michael Key's performance as Toad, I am loving it. Still not too keen on Chris Pratt as Mario. I mean, he sounds, I guess, okay, but I don't know. It just, I feel it could be better. Because I just hear more energy being put in by the other actors.
Yeah. For me, it sounds fine.
Well, that's you then. Anyway, let's now shift to this trailer and get this out of the way, and then hopefully I can finally end this and finish all the video editing. Here's the trailer that came out at the Game Awards, and we're seeing, okay, so this begins at some clear, huge building, and clearly it's going to be a big plumbing job considering the pipes, and Mario ends up finding a pipe that takes him to the Mushroom Kingdom, which technically that did happen in the cartoon, though it was the pipe via a tub's drain.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I will say this makes more sense going to the Mushroom Kingdom than from what I saw in the live action movie, at least more true to Mario. And as we see, Mario and Luigi get separated. Luigi ends up in the Koopa area, and Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom, and Toad mentions where his brother ended up, and I'm guessing Mario described what he saw, because we did see that big cloud, so Toad was able to recognize it. That's how it makes sense to me. Here, this is stuff we've seen before. The only thing of note is Kamek talking about, another human with a mustache being with Princess Peach, and I'm wondering, how does he know that? I mean, I'm guessing magic or something, because he's a wizard, but this adds to something. Has there been some great prophecy? And if there is, I'd actually like that, because that was kind of the thing in Yoshi's Island. That's the whole reason why Mario and Luigi were attempted to be kidnapped by Kamek, though Kamek only succeeded in kidnapping Luigi.
That makes sense.
In fact, this kind of makes that a throwback to this when you think about it. Actually, that completely slipped my mind until I just brought it up here. So actually, if that was intentional as kind of a reference to that, then I'm going to have to give kudos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and considering the true first kidnapping when all this happened, it was Luigi. So, yeah, this technically, in chronological order, all started with Luigi. But then Princess Peach was like, that looks like fun. Can I get kidnapped next time? And she just became so addicted to it that she's just made it a hobby ever since. And she complains heavily if Bowser doesn't tie her up just right, or lock her cage just right, or have her cage dangling over just the right amount of lava. Yeah, I mean, the two times I remember her being tied up were in Paper Mario and Mario RPG, where she was dangling. And she was like, you gotta make this more dramatic. Now, I don't know if they're going to have Bowser have feelings for Peach or anything like we've seen in Odyssey and also the Paper Mario games. But I think, to begin with, we probably don't need that. I'd like it if that's something that actually develops, so it starts Bowser off more as a villain, but then we see him become maybe a little more goofy over time. Because I feel that would be a good way to go.
I agree.
I agree too.
And that's really all I have to say from this trailer, because everything else is pretty much stuff we've already seen and that I've brought up in the last stuff. So, yeah, here's Peach showing more of her kingdom, and she's just looking adorable there.
Yeah.
But while she may be adorable, she is not Princess Daisy, because no one is cuter than her.
Yeah.
As I said in a video long ago before I had to close down that channel, and I can't promote the people in that one anymore. Really cannot. Daisy's my Mario waifu. Although then again, I probably have to go up against Luigi for that, but then again, she's probably just going to smack me anyway, saying, no, I'm Luigi's bitch. Or actually, no, wait, she'll probably say, no, Luigi's my bitch. Because let's not forget the Hot Diggity Demon Mario animation that was done, where Mario was essentially being a jerk to Luigi, but then he tripped and Daisy took Luigi out and gave him the night of his life. Yeah, I think Kira Buckland also voiced Daisy there, and she was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, working with her before a few times and talking to her, she's really awesome. So, huge kudos to her work. Yeah, and anything positive I could say about a voice actor, I want to. And anything negative I have to say about a voice actor, hopefully it's just their performance and not their qualities as a person, because we know a few voice actors who I can honestly say are jerks. But we won't talk about them here. So, yeah, it's why I really like talking about the performances of everyone here and seeing how they bring their own life into the character. And why I've also been a little bit disappointed with Chris Pratt. Now, as we do know, Charles Martinet will be voicing certain things in this movie. I do want to know what those are, so I don't know if he voiced anything in the footage we saw, but if he did, that's cool. And if we get anything specific, that would also be cool. And the dude has range, because if you listen to his voices in Super Mario Advance, the remake of Doki Doki Mario, as I call it, he did all the male voices in that game. And he was awesome at them.
I agree.
I agree too.
I'm too hot to touch! Step right up if you want to get toasted. Here, have some bombs! I am the Great Wart! Ha ha ha! It's a go! Mario, I do not want to be a pussy this time. Oh my god. Well, unfortunately, Luigi's the bitch of the movie so far. But keep in mind, due to what I said about the Yoshi's Island thing, I think, Kate, even you can accept that if that is their reference.
Yep. Yeah, and I just the scene with Bowser torturing Luigi seems to be the most used scene in these trailers so far.
Yeah, I guess they want to establish that. Nope, Luigi's the bitch this time, not Peach.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure next time if we get introduced to Daisy, she'll help rescue him next time, or make sure he doesn't get kidnapped.
Yeah. I'm hoping Luigi will at least have a bit of action. Obviously there's the chase with the dry bones, and hopefully he'll get to do some stuff during the climax.
Here's hoping, because this is called the Super Mario Brothers movie, as I've said.
Yeah.
I'd like it if... You know what, actually, how about we talk about what we'd like for the sequels a little bit here, because I'm actually in a talkative mood, so... I'll post some images as we talk about this, so... maybe for the sequels, we could be introduced to the Koopalings.
Yeah, I was also thinking Wario and Waluigi.
I'd actually like the Koopalings first.
Yeah.
That
That makes sense. Yeah, since they came first.
Yeah.
And they should put characters like Boodle and Walt in there.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Boodle and Walt from Super Mario Bros. 2, the American one.
Oh, Doki Doki Mario.
Yes.
Well, we have Shy Guys and Sniffits, and those did debut in Doki Doki Mario. So, I mean, however, this time, don't make it a dream. Because it just kind of felt, I mean, I get it's the land of dreams, but yeah, it seems it disappointed a lot of people when we realized, oh, wait, this didn't happen, so we just kind of wasted our time. I will say, though, on the NES, so let me just say this part. The animation they did for Mario sleeping, actually, I was pretty impressed by, and I do like that they did that. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah, the whole dream fake out. That's a cliche that gets people annoyed so much that Sheep in the Big City even once made fun of that with the narrator getting frustrated.
Leave it to a cartoon to entertain us and do something right about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely also have maybe some Mario 3 elements, like some of the other kings around the world, like the other kingdoms. And the Koopalings obviously turning them into animals, because that's one of the ultimate references that they viewed them. And, ever since they've been back after Super Mario World, they've been using their wands a lot. Although, as we originally remember, the original wands they had were stolen. Though in the cartoon, they actually genuinely had their own.
Yeah.
I wonder if they take any inspiration from their personalities on the cartoon. Yeah, not to mention Lemmy, or Hip as he was the only one actually voiced by a child.
Yeah.
I'd like them to do that again with Lemmy. Not to mention, Lemmy's my favorite Koopaling. He's adorable.
Another character I'm kind of curious about is Rosalina.
That, I think, should come much later, too. I mean, Peach did mention galaxies in the trailer, so it's not out of the question she may come in a sequel.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should mention this or not, but recently it was revealed, or the McDonald's toys, were revealed for Japan, and it includes a Luma.
Huh. Interesting. Well, let people figure it out, and who knows, that could mean anything. Maybe they included it as a Mario bonus, or maybe it is going to hint at something. Who knows?
Yeah, I just hope it isn't a spoiler like Super Sonic was for the Sonic movie promotion McDonald's had.
Yeah, I tried to ignore that. Unfortunately, I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And they should put Bowser Jr. in there.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he should come in like third movie or something. I don't know. Or maybe the second movie actually could work. It depends on how they want to do this. And, Bowser Jr.'s maybe friends with the Koopalings. I don't know how they do all this. And the big thing I do remember is Wendy, she tended to be the most recurring Koopaling in the cartoon. And, of course, she was the biggest brat of them. So,
yeah,
that's something I'd like to see. Larry, I know he tends to focus a lot on his looks, specifically his hair. I know he was called Cheatsy in the cartoon. I don't know if we necessarily have to do that. Morton seems to be more dumb in the games, where he was called Big Mouth in the cartoons. I'd kind of like to see that element again. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what can happen if this movie's successful, though considering the promotional push and the fact that a lot of people are talking about it, not to mention the Sonic movies have been successful, I have high hopes that this will be successful. I don't know if it'll get positively reviewed, but I do feel it will be successful.
Yeah, and also, I wonder if it'll be able to top Sonic's record as the highest grossing video game movie.
I kind of both have a yes and no feeling on that, because Sonic, I prefer Sonic more, so I kind of want it to stay at the top. But on the other hand, if this is good, and it's really pushing the direction for how you can make a good video game movie, I feel this getting that kind of attention will send a message, so that's where I think it should maybe do better, or at least on par.
Yeah, and if it does, Sonic could likely get his revenge with the third movie.
Well, it's going to have Shadow, and fangirls are going crazy over that. Also Darkness to Curse, probably, because Shadow's one of his favorite characters. Shout out to my friend there. But either way, I think we're going to have a fucking good time. So, I think with that said, we can end here. So, ending actually in a good mood now compared to my previous grouchy moods. This is Hoodz. With me has been Hooded Chaos co-owner PPGKatelyn.
Singer.
And TheOtakuSpartan, aka Lance.
Sayonara.
And with that said, that's...